Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're off from Baltimore. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
180. Middle. Finish it on. Sit up.
Going with King Henry here. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Sit on. 180. Sit on. 180. Finish it up. Finish it up.
Another run for Henry. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
He was tackled at the 27.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Jackson now on 3rd. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Nate Wiggins has got it.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Sit on. 180.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Motioning one of the tight ends.
180. Finish it. Cut.
Lamar off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
They put a receiver in motion left.
Finish it.
To the air on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First down from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. It's a James Cook touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-zip. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Ali to return it. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
180. Salon. 180.
Motioning the tight end now. They go play fake with Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. The passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called.
Yep.
But finally, as you said, their first completion.
Pistol snap to Jackson. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. Offense in a hurry up here.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Lamar out of the pistol. On him again, and he goes down again. Dose of the hurry up here.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now Jackson off the play action. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
4th down, here's Jackson. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Turnover on down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A gain of 15 there. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hand off to Cook here, out of his own read. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
No place to go. Ravens take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Bass's kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Ali to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
180. Salon. 180. Ready, shot. Shot.
Play action now with Jackson. The left side caught by Andrews. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That throw behind his intended target.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Throwing again is Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Go. You at X. You at hey, Alpha. Sit hot. Sit hot. Alrighty. Ready, shot. You. Sit hot.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
On 4th down, snap to Jackson. Oh, put some heat on this deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Bills will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Bills first down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. This is Cook on the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Oh, you know I'm going to celebrate this one, Brock. Fellow fullback activists unite. Not a ton still kicking around the league, but one of them finds the end zone on the plunge.
And if you're a team without one in the short yardage spot, you got fullback envy as well, because sometimes a guy like this barreling ahead is the difference between getting 6 points or not.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 16-0 our score. Back to the bank in just a moment.
Tyler Bass to kick
Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
180. Sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
Play fake. Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short.
It's a gain of 22.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
180. 180.
Jackson's gonna throw again. Oh no, they get him yet again. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. The 40. And the Bills get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense.
And we might be close to this league growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
180. What's that?
Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills stretch the lead to 23.
Ravens nothing. Tyler Bass.
Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready?
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Sit hard. Hard. Ready, sit hard. Sit hard.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Mark Andrews. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And we'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Working quickly here.
21 yards. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to have drive this one down to the 28. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson yet again. Andrews has it, working downfield. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
23 more yards.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10.
Alert!
They'll run it with Cook. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
First down. A gain of 12.
This is Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Allen on third down. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Third down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bills.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Round 80! What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass it down close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills butt racing them to the halftime locker room.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Ravens nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. field. It's Bateman. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
It's a gain of 23
They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
180. Get up.
Lamar out of the pistol. Hits his tight end on the corner route. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Got to him right as he throws, and it falls to the ground. This is the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Slot man motioned over. And again, it's Jackson. Throw caught at the 6. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard
Hey,
line.
Alpha, hot.
From the pistol, Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Jackson has it 3rd and goal. Has it in close. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
Stay on point, fellas.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And they stop it. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. So first down from the 41. Allen to throw. Left side into the hands of Shakir. Man, he's not going to get anything out of this. The defense all over it, and they're going to take him out for a loss of 2.
He's taken out of bounds.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, Buffalo.
All set to go now from the 35. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Teddy Buchanan.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete, so second down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for third down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
To the air on third and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target. A lot of them may make it look automatic. When you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They send a tight end in motion. Lamar off the play fake. This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They motion the tight end over. Now Jackson off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face second down.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens start the second half with some needed points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Makes the score Bills 33, Ravens 8. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Now Allen off the play action. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Couldn't find a completion on first down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Jackson now on 3rd. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ready?
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Sit on. 13. Sit on.
From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So it's 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10.
180. Sit on.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Andrews snags another one. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
180. 180. Ready, shot.
Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. No stranger to this in his career, Brock. John Harbaugh wants his offense to tack on 2 more. Jackson throwing for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
The score, Bills 33, Ravens 16. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On return, here comes Davis. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, Allen. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they tackle him after he makes the play, but we saw a flag come out right as he made the catch. Which side is this interference going to go on? So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They run it with King Henry. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Play action now with Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Christian Benford has it.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game. It happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
On 1st down, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Completed to his running back. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
So we're through 3 here. The Bills hold both the football and a solid lead here as they try to close this out. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
319. Look out.
To the air again, Allen. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
To throw again, it's Allen. He finds Kincaid. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, third down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
319.
Allen on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. Hit out of bounds after a small gain. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and the Bills have a first down.
First down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Buffalo.
180.
Again, Allen to the air. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Round 80.
Allen gonna throw again. Escapes the pocket. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills put up even more points in a win. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Ali to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's throwing deep to the left. It's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he will get this inside the 30.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
DC ready?
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Get hot! 180!
On 1st down, Jackson. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Tre'Davious White.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin him back. It's a terrible field position. They run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
1st down throw for Allen. Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ravens get him, and down he goes. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
And it's a nickel set for the Ravens, third down.
56, Brown 80.
Third and long for him here. Finds Kincaid. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Allen now on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack. The Bills with a punt team out there.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Backed up in the end zone. Jackson. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
No, we changed it. Sit hot. 180. What a shot.
Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Nice shot. Tonight. 180. Nice shot. 180.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
319!
They're going to pass it here. Brought in close to the 8. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills keep running away with this. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Pass on for the extra point. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Ali to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it in traffic. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
There has been a constant for tight ends through the decades, from Kellen Winslow to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. When you are big and you've got length and use your body against those defenders, even double coverage can't stop you.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Go right here.
They go play fake with Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Christian Benford has it. And the Bills have it again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Catch made, left side by Palmer. He takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bills have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Allen on the play action. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? Safe got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills, as we say